My dear friends, we have a very good show today, and we'll be covering three main things that are happening at the moment. Number one is just a commentary on what the French leader Macron said. I was confused for a second. I was like, is he prime minister or president? No, he's president. I think he's president, right? His comments about something to do with African leaders need to be grateful for what France has done, or something to that effect. And we also got to discuss on the same topic how these European leaders, they always seem to say things that piss off like a billion people with every word they say. And then the other topic is going to be aid. You know, USAID and all these other aid agencies from the US cut off aid to Africa. We're going to talk about the effect of that and the purpose of this aid, and we'll go through one video as well. And lastly, we're going to go through the loss of Raila Odinga for the African Union chair. There are reasons why he lost, and some of them are quite public right now, but I want to focus on one or two reasons that a lot of people are not discussing that actually, in my opinion, contributed to his loss. And for those who don't know who Raila Odinga is, he is a veteran Kenyan politician. He's looked at by many as a freedom fighter. He's gone to prison for fighting for democracy. But he has lost 6 times trying to run for president. He has claimed that all those elections were stolen. That's a debatable issue, but a lot of his followers who come from his tribe strongly believe that. So lastly, of course, I'd like to tell you guys to please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And I want you guys to grow with this channel. We're going to be covering topics that affect Africa. So it may be international topics. We may talk about something that's happening in Europe, but only because it has a connection to our beautiful continent. And again, my name is Maked here in Nairobi, Kenya. So let's go through this video real quick and let's hear what Emmanuel Macron has to say.
Pays souverain, je crois qu'on a oublié de nous dire merci. C'est pas grave, ça viendra avec le temps. L'ingratitude, je suis bien placé pour le savoir, c'est une maladie non transmissible à l'homme. Et je le dis pour tous les gouvernants africains qui n'ont pas eu le courage vis-à-vis de leurs opinions publiques de le porter, aucun d'entre eux ne serait aujourd'hui avec un pays souverain si l'armée française ne s'était pas déployée dans cette région. Je crois qu'on a oublié de nous dire merci.
I'll be quite fair to the guy, and these things are never clear, right? We know very well most of these organizations, like Islamic fundamentalist organizations, we know they get help from outside. Now, there have been accusations that the people who are pretending to fight them are actually working with them. Now, some people claim that's a conspiracy theory. In my mind, I do not trust intelligence agencies, and I do not trust countries that are hungry for minerals. Now, the timing of these words. So every time I hear a leader talking, especially about a sensitive subject, the question I always ask myself is, who is his target audience? I can assure you, the people of France walking around, going to buses and trains, do not give a crap about what he's saying right now. They have other concerns. I promise you that. Take my word for that. So I think he's speaking to a certain elite of people who still believe in France controlling all these countries, former colonies, etc. And that those people are feeling real bad because they have been kicked out of multiple African countries. I think they are already leaving Senegal. The last time I checked, they have left Mali. they have left Niger, they have left Burkina Faso, and they have left Chad, and of course Central African Republic. The default position the French took and the French media took was to blame the Russians. But I think that's a little bit unfair, because you wouldn't be kicked out if the locals were okay with you, right? And I've seen claims claiming that, oh, the French mission was limited to protecting a certain city, so they can't do anything out there. No. If you said that your mission is an anti-terror mission, then you have to be seen fighting terror. The fact that the Russians, especially the Wagner guys, went to Central African Republic and completely shattered the Islamic fundamentalist groups over there, the terrorist groups over there, then you can't tell me you're doing what it takes to actually beat them. If your job is to guard banks, well, then call yourself a security guard, right? Then it's not an anti-terror operation if you're there to do security stuff. And these European leaders, the other one, Annalena Baerbock, I think she's from Germany, she was making some comments about a certain leader going to Africa and talking about animals and things like that. Stupid things. Everybody, of course, it came out quite racist, but let's call it stupid for now. You know, very stupid things. And the other guy, Joseph Borrell, who was the head of foreign affairs for the European Union, he said something to the effect that Europe is a garden and the rest of the world is a jungle. Which is insanely unwise. And for him, by the way, he just didn't wake up and say those words. You could see his hesitation right before he said it. Right before he said it, you could see his hesitation. He started a little bit because he knew he was about to say something that would cause problems. Now, why would he say things that he knew would cause problems? Again, if it doesn't make sense to you, if you're listening to it right there and it's not making sense to you, that means you're not the target audience, right? That means the target audience is more than likely a certain elite of people and not you, who is sitting there asking yourself, wait a minute, or he could just have not said that, right? You know, a lot of times we save ourselves a lot of problems by not saying things that we're thinking. And you guys know what you're saying. There are a lot of things we want to say, especially in our social lives, but we don't. Why? Basic wisdom just tells us, don't say that thing. But these leaders, they surprise me sometimes.